tell me, when it comes to you, because you are playing a pivotal role, you are in fact heading the investigation, if I'm not mistaken. So then, what was the most intriguing point for you to say yes to the story and to the character that you are portraying?
Yes, frankly speaking, the thriller part didn't attract me much, because nowadays we get to see a lot of thrillers, a lot of investigative stuffs and like that in various kinds of web series we have watched recently. But the thing which really attracted me for Lal Bazaar, if you talk about the story and if you talk about my character, is that
Yes.
This person is not quote unquote a hero. You know, he is he's a brave man, no doubt, but he has got his own flaws. He has got some regrets. He uh, he is one of the victims of the internal politics which goes on inside Lal Bazaar, and his own, some frustrations, some sort of incompleteness there is there in this character. That attracted me most. Though he's not forgetting his duties, he's carrying on with it. But at the same time, he doesn't, throughout the series, he doesn't behave like a hero. He stumbles, he fumbles, he basically, if you look at the person, he's a little bit indisciplined. He comes to the duty after drinking. He has got all sorts of problems, and that makes the character more human. That makes him more flesh and blood.
I was about to tell you that, it looks like a character with like a lot of dimension, a lot of layers that it has, and it is flawed, and flawed is real. How was it like working with Sabyasachi Chakraborty? Because he has played several.
I worked a lot with him earlier also, but he was a real star from television. I firmly believe that television can never give birth to stars. Sabyasachi Chakraborty is the only exception who came from Bengali television and really emerged as a star. So he, of course, his presence gave a different color altogether to this series. And apart from Sabyasachi, I think the other character who really fascinated me when I watched this series once again is his son Gaurav Chakraborty.
Yeah, the fellow who is wearing the white uniform, right? I mean,
yes, Sabir.
Sabir, yes. Sorry, I forgot the name of the character. Yeah,
he is so genuine, and he, personally also, he's a very nice boy. He's a very well brought up young boy, and he's a very good actor. It's unfortunate that he doesn't get much opportunity. I don't know why, but he is very good. And the other young members of my team, like Shoroshini, like Anirban Chakraborty, and the person who did Anisur, and the another young cop, they were all very competent. All very competent, but Gaurav was really good. And I'm a really fan of Dibyendu. Dibyendu was in Kolkata once upon a time. He was in a theatre group in which my father directed a play for them. So I'm from a theatre family. So Dibyendu was a part of that team. So I know him for a long time, and he's a very good actor, very normal. He could have made the character very gross, but he played it in a very subtle way, very subtle way. I liked Subroto. I liked his menace, the kind of the dirt which is inside him. It comes out on and often. And I also must mention two other performances from the two very senior actors of Taliganj. They did two very brief appearances, but they did terribly well. One is Shantilal Chakraborty, and
I saw that.
Vidipta Chakraborty, the two guys who used to take the advantage of the young girls in the home. They are veterans and they are extremely good actors. they were really good.
Something that I have to ask you then, because you just mentioned the fact that you come from theater, your parents were in theater, you come from theater, you are quite obsessed with that medium called
My
theater. And
wife is one of the most important theater figures of Bengali theater, Reshmi Sen. My son Riddhi, he's a well-known actor. He got National Award in 2017 for a film
of
called
course
Bhagat
I
Singh
know
Karnataka.
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So
I know
he's
that.
also into theater. He's also into theater. So we are yes, we belong to theater. Yes.
To theater, that community, I would say, rather than just being an artist. uh, what I was trying to figure out, two things, right?
Hmm.
Firstly, and these two things I am saying from, uh, it's not just a journalist who is asking you, it is a youngster of this nation who is asking you, who is also observing the situation around us. Two things. Firstly, sir, because theater is a live performing art, right? Considering the tasting time that we are going through after once, even when the normalcy surface, right? uh, I know few folk artists, like Marathi folk singing, folk artists who are saying ki shayad sabji bechenge. They have little land, little this thing over there, and that's how probably they are going to survive till the time the folk music festivals are not coming back, and organizers are not investing money. Theater is one of the very live audience, live interacting medium. What do you think, how the theater community is going to survive in coming few years, after, like, post COVID era?
Thank you for asking me this question. Uh, uh, when lockdown was declared in West Bengal from March 21st, within few days, uh, uh, I, along with some of my very important theater uh, from people from theater fraternity, we have
Hmm.
formed a platform called Shobhratritya, which means brotherhood. You know,
Okay.
we have formed that platform, and we have been busy for the last 3 or 4 months collecting funds for the theater technicians, not the film technicians. I mean, the film technicians, they have got their federation. We have got artist forum
Hmm.
of the Taliganj film industry,
Yes, yes.
and
Hmm.
they are getting a lot of support. But the technicians and the theater practitioners who are strictly associated with theater, they are not being taken care of. Forget about taking care. None of the governments, not even the West Bengal government, not the central government, are not even mentioning anything about theater. So what we decided, people from the theater fraternity, that we have to do something for ourselves.
Mm-mm.
So for the last 4 months or so, we are supporting uh, 140 people each month.
Okay. Okay.
So I know that we need more to do, and there are, like Shobhratrito, there are various other efforts are also being taken up by the other theater, uh, very talented theater persons of Bengal. So this is how at present we are coping with the situation. This is number one. And number two, that when we come out of this situation, maybe in the winter or the next year, we have
Yeah.
to plan theater in a completely different way. And let me assure you that theater is the only medium which has got this strength of improvising itself. Theater is the
Improvising,
only,
as in,
as it structurally,
okay, yeah. Got it.
you know, because of films or television or web platform, they have got some monetary, huge monetary involvement.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
It's commercial.
compared
It's
to
highly
that,
commercial.
it's highly commercial. So compared to that, uh, theater doesn't involve much money, and you can use your imagination. You can use your various ways to
Props
improvise.
and stuff.
Yes, yes. So we need to. This is a testing time. for theater. And at the same time, I feel it's a very exciting time also, because whenever, if you look at the history of theater, whenever we have faced these kind of obstacles, theater have always found a new way. I think we will find a new way. And till then, people like us who are comparatively well placed in society, financially, socially, we must use our own connections, our own abilities to do something for those people who are into this theater, but they are not economically that much stronger. So
Well,
we have to support them. We are doing this, and we will do this. We'll continue this.
You know, I was, before doing this interview, before sitting for this interview, I was going through some, I was doing my side of research work, and I just realized that you are one of those artists with a voice. When I'm saying with a voice, that means you express your opinion with a lot of honesty. You tend to utilize art as a form of expression, uh, to comment on something that is happening in the society. Uh, in this tasting time, Kaushika, what is the role of an artist and art?
It's very simple, that all the artists must have the guts to say no. We must have the guts to say no. We
No to?
must say no. No. To say no.
No to?
To the power. To all kinds of power structures. Particularly in Bengal, everything is judged politically. On one hand, Bengal is politically a very aware kind of a state, politically conscious. If you look at the percentage of voters in our state, it's commendable. They are very politically conscious people. But at the same time, this political consciousness, for the last 10 years or so, it's going to a different kind of a direction, which I'm afraid is not good. Whatever we are saying, whatever we are talking, whatever we are doing are being interpreted on the basis of a political color. So this is the high time.
That is scary.
It's scary. That is scary, because you don't find your own voice. If you say something, the political parties in Bengal, they judge you in a way that whether whatever you have said or whatever you have written, whatever cinema you are making or whatever theater you're doing, is it going on
Pro
our side
or against?
or against? So this is a very kind of a, they don't want to agree that there can be a gray shade. It cannot be black and white always. So and I'm sorry to say that this notion has become powerful because some of us, some of the people from our fraternity have forgot to say no to this power structure. They have got too much involved into politics without having much knowledge for their own personal benefit. This has made a lot of difference. So I think we are now in a very important situation and a very critical situation right now in West Bengal, where we must get back our voice. That we do not belong to any political party. And we have the right not to choose either this or that. The two big parties are now really fighting in West Bengal. And in my opinion, both of them are worthless. And you cannot force me to join one side or the other. I can have a different choice of my own. Not in terms of choosing a political party. but I can say that I don't want both of you. So in order to do that, you need to say no
To the power structure.
to the power structure.